And we're back with another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIII, also known as Shame on Wheels. I'm your host, the RPG Guy. Let us keep going. I want to address something that people have said as a complaint of this game, is that it's just hallway the game. I am going to challenge that narrative by saying there are lots of games that are hallways, and it was never a big complaint in the past, so... Final Fantasy X was a hallway. You know, any Pilgrimage Tale is pretty much a hallway JRPG, so I don't see why that was a big complaint here. Or even need to be discussed, for that matter. Because it's not a big deal. That's not even an issue in this game, because you can have games that have hallways, and only hallways for your adventure, as long as you justify the hallway very, very well, and you fill that hallway with very interesting things. As you might notice, there's not a lot of interesting things here, so... Now, I want to address... I'm doing this for the drops. I'm not, we're not getting any benefit from fighting all these enemies outside of the drops. So, and you might feel the drops are pointless, and that's a fair sentiment, but there is a reason. There is a reason for my madness. Or a reason to my madness. Don't dilly-dally. Yeah, whatever you say, Aerith. Oops, I canceled that out, didn't I? Here we go. Didn't get much for spoils there. And then we're going to have a double whammy coming up here. Let's use that Fortisol again. Keeping our Deceptisol for as long as it'll hold out. All right. And what have we here? And the plot thickens.
Time to go. We have to leave before the army... What?
That's a Pulse brand. That girl's a Lassie.
I already told you that.
Pulse Lassie are the enemies of Cocoon.
So they should die?
Listen, if she fails her focus, you know how that'll end.
And killing her is a mercy? You came.
Sarah!
That's the whole family.
Sarah. Is that my hero?
Sorry, I can't help it. It is that funny.
Let's get you out of here.
Hands off. I'm taking her home.
Sis.
I'm not your sister. You couldn't protect her. It's your fault she... Save us. Sarah? You can save us. Protect us all. Save Cocoon.
Shop smart. Shop
That was your
safe
focus?
smart.
Anything. I'll do anything. Leave it to me. You'll see. I'll protect Cocoon. I'll save everyone.
Somehow. I'll make things right.
Sorry, just...
You just relax.
The idea of Snow saving anybody is kind of funny.
Thank you. Sarah!
When tattoos go awry. Well, that just happened.
Why is she turning to crystal?
The sea who fulfill their focus are transformed into crystal and gain eternal life.
Just like the stories say. Sarah, sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams? She's not sleeping! She's...
Explain!
Alive.
Please?
The legend. Remember the legend. The sea who fulfilled their focus turn to crystal and gain eternal life. It's the same with Sarah. Eternal life. She's not dead. Sarah's my bride-to-be. I promise to be hers forever. I don't care how many years I have to wait.
It's over! Open your eyes and face reality! Sarah, does becoming a lessee really mean losing everything?
That definitely means you're having a bad day.
The army.
They found you!
The target is almost in place. Surface team, what is your status? Good to go. Resistance is under control. The assault proceeds as planned.
I know a lot of you don't even know what the hell you're looking at. I'm right there with you.
The pulse vestige never existed.
Bino? Oh man. Nipple piercings to the max.
What's happening?
Must be a sanctum strike. Bring down the vestige and the foul sea right with it.
Aren't they taking it back to Pulse? That's what the patch was, right?
All they care about is getting everything from Pulse off Cocoon. Dead or alive, it's all the same.
We can't stay here. They'll kill us.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Hold on. Trenchcoat, where you going? Day with the foul sea. Got some things to talk about.
What? You're gonna ask it to help her? Are you out of your mind, kid? That thing wants to chew us up and spit us out.
Well, what do you want me to do?
What?
Lightning?
Here we go.
But her sister's name is Sarah. Okay, so we're on the move. Oh, it would help if my controller was on. Because, you know, it keeps sitting here so long that, you know, it doesn't know what to do. So yeah, we're gonna fight our way up, trying to get goodie drops as we go. And again, do these drops really matter? Not so much, but I'm doing it anyway, because fuck it. If I have to suffer, you're all suffering with me. uh, nice. Didn't quite work out the way I was hoping. Alright. Nice. Did not get the preemptive on that. Give me the old beat down here. There we go. Let's grab this. 5 potions. Got no reason to spend any money. I don't even have that much. As we get more cutscenes. Ow, sorry.
This is Foul C.
I'm waiting for the high seat ecto cooler.
Sarah's a crystal now. You gave her a focus, and she did it. You got what you want. Now let her go!
Blurb. Please insert quarter to continue. I'm out of change.
Turn her back.
50 bucks.
I'll be your Lassie instead!
Fine. You go on begging. Like this thing gives a damn what we want!
Lightning!
It's this thing's fault the purge started. And it's people who are dying. Sarah told us to save Cocoon. That means this thing needs to die. What?
Open Sesame, the butt crack of cyborg power! Duh. Well, hi-ho silver. Boo!
Come on now. You really think you can kill a Foul C?
I'm doing this for Sarah.
Dodge.
You tell him.
As long as you don't mind an amateur.
You tell him, Nugget.
These days, might as well use it.
Thanks.
It's murdering time. So, Foul C are like, I don't know, giant evil claw machine? in the arms, just so we don't take as much damage. As this is the entire fight, guys. Get some. And we're almost through. There's not much to say about the strategy. You can clearly see what I have to do. And we didn't get as much of a bonus, probably because the battle took a long time, but Doctor's Code is the spoils. Some people just go for the body and they just keep healing themselves. You could probably do that too if you have enough potions and want to burn through that many, but whatever.
Where are we?
Welcome to Hell. Next up, Final Fantasy XIII sequels.
What's going on?
What the hell? Dinotherms connected. For Voltron. The roids are kicking in. It looked nice, but what happened is...
The future, and I was afraid. When the future was clear, and it hurt to see,
It hurt to pee.
I'd just close my eyes and lose myself in happier days.
I don't even know what that would be. Oh, this game. So we are now approaching roughly 2.5 hours in or so. It looks like 2 hours since our last save. I would say roughly coming up on 2.5 hours, and we still don't really know what's going on. So if your guess is as good as mine. No, I know what's going on because you've played through the whole game, but... The seaside city of Bottom, where you get to look at lots of ladies' bottoms on the beach. Getting some Final Fantasy X vibes here.
The whole game's here tonight. How'd that happen? Don't know. Destiny? More like dumb luck. Let's go find him.
Excuse me.
See you around. You know? No, but I want to.
Did you know he's a hero?
She said she'd be at the usual place.
Thanks.
Sorry about that. Now, who'd you say you were looking for?
Cocktail
Here goes.
If you ever do that in public before you do something, just be prepared to be laughed at and mocked, continuously and with absolute hilarity.
Making a wish?
And no, they're not laughing with you; they're laughing at you.
Maybe I was. I was hoping that tomorrow I can tell my sister.
My poops are green. Too much fiber.
So mad, knowing I hid it from her.
Don't worry. I'll take the blame for you. You know, you should ask for something bigger. These are wish-granting fireworks, like in the stories.
Stories, huh? The sea who fulfill their focus. They become crystal and gain eternal life.
Would help if they gave you some clue about what you're supposed to do. We'll figure this thing out. You will never be one of those monsters.
So what will I be? A crystal?
You'll be Rick James. It's a running joke. I think I make a Rick James comment in every Let's Play at least once. Come on.
I got us something.
It's Dave Chappelle's fault.
I don't know much about jewelry, but I hope you like it.
Wow, it looks so hideous. Kay would be offended by that. Every fisting begins with hey. Hey!
I will stand by you, no matter what happens. I'm yours forever.
What if I don't like you anymore?
My one, my only. Will you marry me?
Yes.
She said yes!
Joke's on you, she only said yes so you'd leave her alone. The creepy phone calls and weird singing telegrams are getting a little odd. Especially when you send them to me while I'm on the John.
Gotta love these fireworks. They granted my wish.
Your wish.
Before I asked you to marry me, I wished that you would say yes.
Damn, I should have said no.
Then maybe they'll grant mine, too.
What's that?
To have the courage to tell Lightning that I've become a Lassie.
Hey, our engagement is way bigger news. Oh, man, I can't wait to see her face. She'll be my new sister.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, please, I hope one of these things blows them up. Oh, God. Giggity goo. Snow's got a tiny pee-pee. All for all of us to see. Sarah's only dating him, or marrying him, because she knows he's loaded. Dude's got a motorbike. and has never had a job. Oh God.
That was close.
Yeah, it was close. You shouldn't kiss fly and go into a firework field on your freaking. Okay, I'm sorry. He's a hero. Ah! Sorry, he's a fucking idiot. Ah.
Just you and me.
And a bottle of KY jelly. Ugh. Screw it, babe. We're gonna use the Vaseline. Vaseline. I mean, we have established Snow's big into fisting. He does it to every enemy he sees. Oh God, is that tongue? Oh! Oh God, I can't stop vomiting. Oh! It's supposed to be a touching moment. Yeah, it's touching the cockles of my butthole. I'm a monster.
Thank you, Snow.
And thank you, Rick James. Or actually, I should say thank you, Jim Beam. Actually, I'm not drinking Jim Beam. For those of you who are curious, I am drinking Russell's Reserve Single Barrel 55% alcohol per volume. God, why am I playing this game? You guys benefit from my suffering. Bound in darkness. Wakey, wakey. I think I pooped myself. Yep, I pooped myself. You poop too? Is there corn? Lake Brescia, Cocoon Lowlands. Okie dokie low.
This must be Lake Brescia? Well, I guess we fell from up there. And the lake turned to crystal? Help me out here. I mean, did the Foul Sea do this? How in the world did we end up here?
How should I know?
Shit just got weird, bro.
We're alive. How?
Sarah! No one survives a fall from that high. Not without a miracle. Sarah saved us!
Sarah, listen. It's all your fault. She got...
Hey! Watch out!
Tiger uppercut. Did I just Falcon punch?
You used magic. You used the power of the sea. The Foul Sea cursed us. We're the sea now.
Okay. And we are now introduced to the Paradigm System, a system that just requires me to want to punch people even further. You can assign characters the most effective roles for a given situation by changing the party's paradigm. You can switch between paradigms as long, or paradigms, whatever you want to pronounce it, as often as you like. First, press the tab to access your party's paradigm deck. So this is the idea here. Each paradigm assigns specific roles to the members of your party. Those roles define the spells and abilities available to a party member, as well as their general behavior in combat. There's a wide variety of paradigms to choose from. Offensive paradigms concentrate on dealing damage to enemies, while defensive paradigms focus on party protection and healing. It's very important to shift paradigms to suit your situation. So that's the gist of combat in a sense. Your current paradigm, Relentless Assault, is an offensive paradigm in which multiple attackers coordinate their efforts. Paradigms 2 Ravagers target whichever enemy the commando attacks with the goal of quickly filling the enemy's chain gauge in order to stagger it. If you continue to Relentless Assault paradigm, press that to choose the paradigm deck. If you wish to change paradigm, select a new paradigm, press the data. So we're good with that paradigm right now, as we're now going to gang up, and already Aghast is down. Your party members has just taken damage. Now might be a good time to open your paradigm deck and tab and switch to the Defensive Pro Paradigm Solidarity. His solid arrow will cast down the role of a sentinel, boosting his defense so he can shield others from enemy ire. Vanille's role will change to medic, causing her to concentrate on healing wounded allies with Cure Spell. Once your party's recovered strength, you can shift back to Relentless Assault to continue battling your enemies. So we can switch to Solidary for some healing. All healed, get back to Relentless Assault. And there it is. And there we go. Whoa.
So we really are Lassie.
Looks like it.
You too?
Yep. Right here.
It's on my bum.
Okay.
Let's see to the last. Why me? I don't even know you. Will you have to go and attack that thing? Just leave me alone. It's your fault. It's your fault, You could have. All of this is your and Sarah's fault.
Watch it!
The fuck?
Sorry.
Everything is gonna be alright. You'll see. Come on. Off we go.
Oh, God. Just,
See, huh?
Yep. We're all playing for Team Pulse now.
Somebody's playing, that's for sure. Making sure we don't miss anything. And so we have paradigms here and all of that. As far as anything else goes, we can kind of set people to certain roles and tasks as needed. For the time being, you have to ask yourself, what do you want out of your party, per se? Right now, we're going to leave it alone, but we'll mess with it further as we continue through the game. Because right now, there's just not much to the paradigm system at the moment.
Trust the soldier to keep her cool through this mess.
More scenes.
If we don't know our focus, how do we complete it? I think I saw it. Saw what?
That is how a focus comes down, people. The Fal'Cie, they don't spell it out with clear-cut instructions. All you get is a hazy glimpse.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what they say. Legends and all. Legends.
Did you see anything?
It's all kind of foggy, but I saw this big, towering.
What? Wait a minute. Hold on now. Do we all have the same dream?
Ragnarok.
No, you're not supposed to know what that means yet.
So, we all saw the same dream. We all heard that same voice.
You mean that was our focus? But how are we supposed to know what to do from that?
That's the tricky part.
You don't say.
That's the only hint the Fal'Cie gives us. Figuring out what to do with it, that's our job.
Okay. We're pulselessly, right? Enemy's a cocoon. So, does does that mean that our focus is... Are we supposed to...
Save her.
Say what?
Our focus is to protect Cocoon.
Really? Okay. And why's that?
Sarah told us. Let's do it. We're all in this together. I'm gonna look for Sarah. She ought to be nearby.
I'll come too.
Okay.
Jeez. That boy can't stay still.
Really?
And they chose for us, and then we get the Crystarium. Every couple to see the members of your party can now develop their powers, learning new abilities, and improving attributes to strength, magic, and HP. View the tutorial. First, open the menu. This is the leveling system. And we'll take her, and here we go. Level. So we get different things here. This is the Crystarium, which allows you to develop a character's ability in various roles. Lightning currently is developed as a commando, or Lightning can currently develop as a commando or ravager. Each has its own path of development. Use that to and you choose all the skills and abilities, stats. It's pretty much like the sphere grid, but shittier. If you can see, the ruined crystal is illuminated. Illuminated crystals represent known abilities. Lightning can use the offensive magic spell Ruin whenever she is playing the role of a commando. The crystal next to Ruin is still dimmed, but it is extended by the line of Christogenesis to reach it. Lightning can obtain the crystal and its benefits. You can advance the path of the Christogenesis by holding blah 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 and consuming CP. Character development always requires CP. Go ahead and advance Lightning's path of cryogenesis. Okay. You take strength plus 4, crystal increasing lightning strength attribute by 4. Abilities can only be used in the corresponding role. But attribute bonuses like this one apply across all roles. At times you must direct the course of Christogenesis. Normally the line will advance until you run out of CP, however it will stop automatically at branching points like in the strength 4 crystal you just obtained. To continue advancing cryogenesis here, hold blah 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 and choose desired direction. You have run out of CP, so cryogenesis cannot proceed. You develop lightning further, you need to earn more CP. You can earn CP after each battle. Once you've fought enough, return to the Crystarium to observe So, yeah, it's pretty much literally what I just said a second ago. As you can see, that's the origin of it. And then you can see we've come all the way around here full circle. And there's all these different stats we can gain and whatnot. So we can go through each of these characters and design them how we choose. So, for example, with Numbnuts here, his benefit is really going to be one of two things. In the current situation, I believe he's the only Sentinel we have, which does not bode well for us. We have one medic. Zaz, I think, is just a Ravager on his own. I'm doing this the hard way, I know. And Dingleberry here can be a medic and a synergist. And also a Ravager. So it comes down to parties really consisting of Snow, Zaz, and Hope, and then Snow, Lightning, and her. And then who becomes the commando? Well, it would have to be that Snow. So it gets tricky who to build up and how to build them up. And it's going to be really up to your discretion to do it. So for right now, because we're not thinking, and I'm not going to plan on doing too much with regards to other stuff, we're going to go with Sentinel for the moment. Because there's something we can actually obtain here. And then So as you can see, I believe that is all of Sentinel mastered right now. So that's done. And they level up as we progress here. So let's level up Ravager. We'll take... He's got Blizzard. We'll take... that. And we're short there. Medic is going to get priority. Because everybody loves a healer. Especially me. And that's it for her. And Zaz can only work on Ravager. Which makes leveling him very straightforward for the moment. Now, for Numbnuts, we're very limited to what we can do here. Synergist or Medic. And I think, well, he has the ability of Cure. That's going to cost us 80 to get there. Let's look at Synergist really quick. Protect. So he's going to be good in a boss fight because he can throw buffs out and all of that hubbubaloo. But that is 80 to get him there. We're not learning any spells or skills. And then Ravager is Fire, Blizzard, Magic, and HP, both at the cost of 80. So it really doesn't matter, I think, where we go. Because all the abilities are currently learned. So let's go ahead and build him up as a medic character. And get that going. Alright. Let us continue, shall we?
We need to find a way out of here. We can worry about everything else later.
But yeah, it comes down to figuring out how to lay out the party and a lot of that nonsense. Let's go ahead and make a save.
I'll go scope things out ahead.
Again, I don't think there's a little there's a little bit more here. But we just don't have the money to buy anything. You might say, so your monster items, we're going to hold on to those for now. I don't think we need anything right in this exact moment. As you can see, there's a short way and a fast way. As you can see, that leads to a dead end full of enemies that we really should fight. So let's get to it. Because they're going to give us the points and crystal points we need. So not doing this would be kind of dumb. And there it is. Again, battles are just not too complicated, but we should see... So 19 points. So, yeah, you're going to have to fight a bit of fighting or a bit of battle here to get to the next, ability growth. So hence, fighting every enemy you see to some degree is actually a really good idea. And you'd be kind of foolish for not doing it. Sure. Let's do that. Says she would be one that would use that. Alright, let's go ahead and head back. He saw us from quite the distance, did he not? Ah well. And there it is. Yeah, so every 5 battles or so, we should be able to level up a stat. Which, again, much like if you guys remember much of my Final Fantasy... Oh, get up there. There we go. If you remember much of my Final Fantasy X Let's Play, it's probably in your best interest to not just frickin' level up every time you have just enough. You should probably get through a zone before leveling up, and then, like, before you move to the next zone, level up, or before you think a boss fight might occur. Those would be the suggested times to bother with leveling up. Or you start seeing new enemies and they start giving you a hard time.
Magic may be cursed, but it makes us stronger, doesn't it? What's to stop us from putting it to good use?
Okay, Moonies.
I wonder what happened to everyone else.
They died. Let's keep moving.
We fight it! Ragnarok! That's the reason we're Lassie. To stop it. To keep Cocoon safe.
Yeah, why don't you give us one reason to believe that? One reason.
Sarah. She said to protect Cocoon. And then she turned to Crystal. That's the proof right there. She completed her focus. That means ours is to save Cocoon. Sarah's fal'Cie was the same as ours. Our focus has got to be the same. We were chosen to be guardians. To defeat Ragnarok. It makes sense.
What the hell it does? You're grasping at straws, son. Post-fal'Cie are Cocoon's enemies. We just got recruited by one of them. If I were a betting man, I'd put us on the other side.
So Sarah's an enemy too? Well, I don't buy it. We have the power to save Cocoon if we work together and carry out our focus.
The fal'Cie took Sarah from us, and you want to help it? Whose side are you on?
Freeze!
The side that gives me my $50. Ooh, murder.
Place your hands behind your heads.
Any other time you'd punch your way out. Come on.
You fall off the purge train?
Maybe.
Or are you talking back to me? Huh? Huh?
Nice gun.
Because that's how martial arts works. Oh, trust me, I don't care about the authenticity of any of that nonsense. I just like making fun of it. Command execution tutorial. Yes, please. If you wish to manually enter commands in battle, first choose abilities to display the list of actions. Okay, so... Lassie extended Lightning's ATB gauge by 1 segment, meaning that she can now perform up to 3 consecutive actions. Now that the gauge is longer, it also takes longer to fill. However, you can execute commands at any kind. Time to do so, press E. Now take a look at the ability list below. The number next to each ability is an ATB cost. Yeah, that's okay. So, in other words, you have an ATB bar. That's 3. We have full. We can break this down into literally any way we see fit. Okay. And they're down. Simple as that. And that's pretty much the gist of most of the strategy in this, is setting up your ATB expenses.
Supposed to be cream of the crop.
Yeah, but SciComm's an anti-pulse task force. They haven't fought a war in centuries. Bunch of rookie troops swinging around overpriced toys.
So, from what you're telling me, sounds like a regular old soldier has got more training than special forces.
Nothing for us Lassie to be afraid of.
Cut the crap. Their grunts might be green, but SciComm's elites are cold-blooded beasts. They hit the field and it's game over.
Wah.
Uh-oh. Then let's run away. Ciao!
Wait,
Your catchphrase isn't working. Nugget! Nugget.
What's a man to do?
See, Nugget knows how it's done. That's right. Fucking Nugget! I need to make that into a t-shirt. Okay. Let's keep moving. Again, I'm not powering anybody up yet. There's very little reason for us to do that. Now, if we can get a sneaky sneak, it'd make me very happy. No sneaky sneak, but that's okay. Again, we should, and to be fair, as much as I keep joking about the sneaky sneak, at the end of the day, it's really more about us doing what's really best. As far as getting as much TP or CP as possible, regardless of the means we go about getting it. So you can see magic break seems to be breaking down the building up the stagger points pretty nicely, whereas physical attacks seem to do more damage when the enemy is staggered. I believe that is a low-key early strat. Not that it's really that relevant, but it is a strat. For lack of a better term. So down into the dump we go. So we can see bad guys hanging out in the rafters.
That doesn't look good.
No, it doesn't. That's why we're wearing the Deceptisol. Get to drop on these peckerdoodles. And for the taste of healing, let it go one more. And that's pretty much all there is to battle for a good chunk of the game here. Is just switching between the paradigms as needed. There we go.
No problem.
Not getting a drop on this one. There we go. There we go. My theory was wrong. Okay. There we go. It'd help if I actually turned back on relentless damage. Yeah, I failed on that one. That's fine. So we get the silver bangle. We'll go another battle or two max before we start using the Crystarium again. Because that should give us enough to level everybody up at least 2 stats. Though, you know what? We could just do it now, too. Again, we still can't buy certain goodies. This stuff isn't really that relevant. Without having to sell a ton of stuff. Let's just do the leveling up now. It's a little premature for how I do it, but that's fine. It's a flower. Let's go ahead and grab... And there is Life Siphon, which is an auto ability. Then we have a little cheaper at 60. Snow is a little cheaper too, to be fair. We were working on, I think, Sentinel, but that's maxed out. Ravager we can max out too, so we may as well do it. It's cheap enough. And then Commando. 40. What the hell? There we go. Alright. So he's maxed out, and with the two of them stuff, no, he has CP left over. However, her stuff is not cheap. And then she's out of stuff, right? Yeah. Saz is also expensive. Grab that extra strength. And numbnuts. It is very expensive. We had enough to do it once. Oh no, never mind. Twice. And he's almost done with what he can do with Medic for the moment. It's fine by me. As there's a whole thing about getting more stuff later. So this is a place, great place for us to stop. So I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/JackTarStudios for more live gaming action. And when we come back, further into the shit show we go. And you know you guys are along for the ride. So we'll see you guys next time.